A successful woman is someone who loves her work and truly enjoys what she does. There is great happiness in doing what you love, and that's when success follows. I grew up in a family filled with love. Everyone supported one another, and we always gathered around one big table. That sense of love and care was always there, both where I was born and where I grew up. After ninth grade, students had to choose either the humanities track or the advanced mathematics track. My family encouraged me to become a doctor, though I had never imagined myself in medicine. I thought I would be an architect or an engineer like my father. At one point, I even had this crazy idea of becoming a nuclear physicist. I don't know why, but I absolutely loved physics. In fact, I knew physics much better than biology. Our daughter graduated from school with top honors. After that, she wanted to become an architect, but her father and I told her, "You should become a doctor. It's a profession that suits a woman very well." As someone who listened to her parents, I felt they wanted what was best for me. In the end, they convinced me. They said every family should have at least one doctor. So I followed that family plan, you could say, and decided to focus on biology.
Решила, что дальше буду заниматься биологией.
Our biology teacher was highly experienced. Many of her former students had already won prizes at international competitions. Together, we started researching gerontology. We studied aging and the lives of older people in Panfilov district in our hometown of Jarkent. That project earned third place at the regional level when I was in 10th grade. We had worked on it for 2 years, and together with my biology teacher, Nelly Slamkulova, we won third place.
Мы с ней заняли 3-е место.
To be honest, I never really saw myself as a practicing physician, but once again, I found my way back to science. Looking back, I think that's exactly where I was meant to be.
Это был первый курс, шла какая-то ярмарка, мы не помним, что тогда было.
It was my first year at university. There was some kind of fair taking place, though I don't remember exactly what it was. Like any freshman, I was wandering around campus, exploring everything that was new to me. We stopped by every table to see what people were doing. Then we came across the anatomy department's table. We asked what was going on there and learned it was a research fair. That's where I met Professor Jursinhan Bisinbekov. I told him about the research I'd done in school and that I had placed at a regional science competition. He said, "Assiya, come see me tomorrow. Let's work together." That was the beginning of my journey in medical science. My story in medicine started with him at the Department of Anatomy.
По направлению наука начинается с него, с кафедры анатомии. Продолжили ту же работу по геронтологии, она как раз-таки его заинтересовала.
We continued our research in gerontology, and it caught his attention. He later recommended our project for a conference in Turkestan. We were so excited. For me, it felt like my first real step into the vast world of medicine and medical science. It made me realize that maybe I could find my place here after all. Until then, I had always worried that I wouldn't become a good doctor because I didn't feel that inner passion for clinical work. But those doubts slowly began to fade. I started to think maybe this is where I can be strong. Maybe this is where I can make a difference, where I can prove myself.
Показать себя. Данная работа, она стала большим началом. То есть это был
That project became a major turning point for me. It was like a key that opened a door. After that came research papers. We started publishing our work in Russia, and my journey in science really took off. At medical school, our courses were taught in cycles. We studied anatomy first, then physiology, and so on. It was through physiology that I met my second mentor, Tursin Abdukasheva. I can't talk about my journey without mentioning her. One day she said, Assiya, let's publish a paper in a scientific journal. For a student, that felt like a huge achievement. We started working together. She was from the Department of Physiology, and we explored all kinds of topics. She would suggest ideas, and we turned them into research projects. We conducted surveys among students and even studied student sleep patterns. The topics may have seemed simple, but they produced real results.
Далее уже кафедра фармакологии, где также я продолжила публиковаться.
Next came the Department of Pharmacology, where I continued publishing in Russian scientific journals. During my student years, I published 2 papers that I was especially proud of. One of them focused on pharmacoeconomics. I still remember the first lecture given by our department head at the time, Professor Sapayev. She made a huge impression on me, both as a scholar and as a person. From that moment on, I dreamt of writing a paper with her. And eventually, I did. Looking back, those were small steps, but each one moved me forward. In the end, they led me to my first Scopus indexed publication. In the scientific world, publishing in the Scopus journal is a major achievement, especially for a student. Today, many of us publish in Scopus indexed journals. But when I was 19 and saw my first paper published there, I remember thinking, you're on the right path, Assiya. Keep going.
Ты все делаешь, Ассия, иди дальше.
Ее основные научные публикации направлены на
Her research focuses primarily on epidemiology and the prevalence of infectious diseases, particularly tuberculosis. Assiya Issayeva has an H index of 5, which reflects the impact of her research. It means that her publications are recognized and cited by experts in Kazakhstan and internationally.
в этой области, они признают и цитируют ее публикации.
The first time our team received international recognition, I was 21 years old. It was 2020. In science, once your work is published, its impact is measured by whether other researchers cite it. If a study is valuable to the scientific community, it gets referenced by others. That's exactly what happened with our research on beta-caline and delamanid. It began attracting citations from researchers around the world, and even today, it remains one of our most highly cited publications.
2018 год.
I remember it like it was yesterday. December 2018 was when I started my career at the National Hospital. That was the beginning of everything good that followed in my professional life. At the time, I was a fourth-year student at Medical University.
Медицинского. Я помню, когда я заканчивала школу.
I remember graduating from school and receiving my gold medal. Back then, I already knew I would earn a scholarship to Asfendiyarov Medical University. My sister and I were sitting in the kitchen and I told her, Dana, I think I'll work at the National Hospital one day, maybe when I'm 50. She laughed and said, that's great. It'll happen. You'll see. Then I completely forgot about it. But I guess it was meant to be. Instead of waiting 30 years, I got that opportunity at 20. Just 20 years old, I walked through the doors of this remarkable hospital for the first time, a hospital with more than a century of history.
В Центре инноваций и образования я пришла
I joined the Center of Innovation and Education as a part-time specialist. I studied in the mornings and worked in the afternoons. That was when I began publishing my papers in Scopus indexed journals.
В скопусовских журналах.
Ассия Маратовна, она еще будучи студенткой, тогда еще мы заметили ее такую особенность в плане того, что как она.
Even when Assiya was still a student, we noticed something special about her. It was evident in the way she approached problems, solved them, and created presentations. She even helped doctors think through how to present their work in a way that made it more engaging and clearly conveyed its value. That was when her understanding, and I would say her talent, first became apparent. Later, she graduated from university, entered residency training, and then earned a Bolshak scholarship for her master's degree.
И в последующем она уже закончила университет, поехала учиться в резидентуру, поступила по Болошаку в магистратуру. В последующем вот так сложилось, что она пришла к нам.
Later, she joined our team, and despite her young age, we recommended her to leadership for the position of department head. She stepped into that role as a remarkably mature professional. She manages a team of people and does so with great competence and wisdom.
Составом людей и руководит очень грамотно, мудро.
После окончания 7-го курса мне нужно было, я решила, что буду поступать в магистратуру.
After finishing my 7th year, I decided to apply for a second master's degree. I was almost done with my first one, and this time I wanted to focus on medical science and education. Admission depended entirely on the test results. I sat the exam, completed it, clicked finish, and my score appeared, 79. The passing score was 80. I hadn't earned the points I needed, not even by 1 point. At that moment, I felt like everything was falling apart. I walked outside and sat in front of the library, and I'll never forget it. I cried there for 40 minutes.
Перед этой библиотекой, наверное, никогда не забуду, я рыдала ровно 40 минут. Далее подаю.
Then I applied for the Bolshak scholarship, and that marked the beginning of a new chapter in my life. I moved to the United Kingdom to study at one of the country's top business schools, ranked among the top 10. There were 3 Kazakh women in the business school, Aliya, Assiya, and Aidana. The 3 of us were among the top performing students. In Kazakhstan, there is a strong trend today. Women are increasingly leading the way. Kazakhstan is a society where people think rationally and where gender inequality is not something I have experienced. During my studies in the United Kingdom, I never once thought about staying there. I always had a clear goal to return to Kazakhstan, to come home and to contribute here. And that's exactly what I did. After returning, I joined the Council of Young Scientists under the Ministry of Science and Higher Education of Kazakhstan. Today, we're part of a unique team of young, ambitious professionals with clear goals and a shared vision. What unites us is one purpose: helping Kazakhstan move forward.
К примеру, взять даже мою текущую тему по докторской диссертации.
Take my current doctoral research, for example. I'm studying the healthcare carbon footprint, a topic that remains largely unexplored in Kazakhstan. My academic supervisor and international advisor from the United Kingdom often points out that even in highly developed countries, this area is still being actively studied. The carbon footprint has a significant impact on human health. Around 5% of emissions come from the healthcare sector itself. We tend to think of healthcare only as something that helps people, but hospitals also have an environmental impact. Indirectly, all of this affects both the environment and public health.
Это все влияет на экологию, на здоровье людей.
Ассия Маратовна, она сейчас кандидат PhD, она учится в PhD-докторантуре. И ее работа связана вообще с общественным здравоохранением, улучшением именно вопросов здоровья.
Assiya is currently pursuing a PhD. Her research focuses on public health and ways to improve population health outcomes. She studies health indicators in Kazakhstan and compares them with international data. Her work is highly analytical and helps generate practical recommendations for the future. She also researches physician burnout and the well-being of healthcare workers, which is a major issue today.
Выгорание врачей, сотрудников медицинских учреждений, потому что это в настоящее время очень большой вопрос, важный. Ну и у Асии, скажем так, у нее аналитический ум, и она...
Assiya has a strong analytical mind. She can take any topic, examine it from different angles, and identify what is most important, then present it in a clear and compelling way. One example is her work on migraine. It shows that this condition can be managed effectively when both doctors and patients work together toward better outcomes. That requires a shared responsibility, with patients actively participating in the diagnosis, treatment, and management of their condition.
Солидарная ответственность. Пациент вместе участвует в этом процессе анализа, диагностики и лечения своего заболевания.
Из работ, которой я и вправду горжусь, это...
One of the studies I'm truly proud of examined how Kazakhstan's economy changed over the years of independence and how those changes contributed to the dramatic decline in tuberculosis rates across the country. The findings were genuinely unique. As a result of this work, I had the great honor of being named to the Forbes Kazakhstan 30 Under 30 list in the science category. I believe that was the greatest recognition of the many years of work I had invested in research.
Самая лучшая оценка моего многолетнего труда.
Безусловно, я могу назвать Асию Маратовну одним из лучших.
Without a doubt, I would consider Assiya one of the best in her field. Despite being a young professional, she brings international experience and interdisciplinary education. Specialists with that combination are rare. Assiya can serve as an example not only for young people, but for older generations as well.
Для взрослого поколения.
Помимо того, что есть работа, наша семья, где мы родились и так далее, но у нас есть свои личные чувства.
Beyond our work and our families, there are also our personal lives and our own feelings. I am 27 now, and I understand that it's time to think about my future. Of course, I see myself with someone who shares mutual respect with me. I'm a person who has built her own life and career. My future partner should be someone who has done the same. In our society, women are often expected to support their partners. But it can be difficult to find a man who offers that same support in return, someone who helps a woman grow and achieve her goals as well.
Но очень трудно найти мужчину, который поддерживал бы также и свою женщину, также, который, скажем так, помогал бы подниматься. Знаете, вот все-таки след патриархального общества, где женщина не занималась ничем, и то, что долгие годы женщина пыталась доказать себя, оно...
The legacy of patriarchal society, where women had fewer opportunities and spent years proving themselves, has left its mark on many of us. I think that's why it's so important for women today to realize their potential, to show that, yes, we can succeed. To me, a happy woman is someone who has balance both in her personal life and in the work she has chosen for herself. She chooses her career, her partner, and how she wants to build her family. When there is balance in all of those things, that is what happiness looks like. Success is not just about work, it's about every aspect of our lives. But when you do something with love, real love, and sense of responsibility, success follows, recognition follows, and I believe we should approach everyone and everything with kindness and love.
Признание стороны окружающих. И я думаю, что нужно всегда относиться с любовью ко всем, ко всему и всегда.